Hello, we are group 5, which is in depth. So we are going to be presenting for our STD. So my name is Kovisan and I have my teammate here, which is Yushandra, Ken Hong Yang, and Tan Jung. So we'll be presenting our STD. So I will be sharing the STD right now, starting from part 8, which is the test case. So test cases are required for software development basically to test on whether our basically the module works or not. So to carry out testing, we need test cases to know to basically to test every possible scenarios for the functionality basically. So we'll start with the account management test case. So test for account management subsystem. So for account management subsystem, we have 4 test cases, which is for the 4 use case, which is test for create new account, test for logging into account, test for manage account, and test for log login attack. So for test 0101, which is for the create new account, we have 3 scenarios actually. So the 3 scenarios is for testing the normal scenario, where the user enter the email password with strong password and then the verification code correctly, and then followed by which is inserting a weak password, which will require the user to re-enter another password until it is a strong password. And then the last testing is for testing on the verification code if they enter it wrongly, so they have to re-enter the verification code.
Okay, so I'm in charge for test case 00102, login into account for the system diagram 02. And for this one, I have 2 test cases, which is the normal scenario for login into account. Normally, to insert all the correct data, and it will send it to the profile. And then we also have an exception scenario for the login into login account, where you input invalid data, so it will do input validations, and it will come up with error and not allow you to proceed to the profile until you enter the correct ID or password.
The test 3, the TC001, 03401 is a scenario of manager account. So in the test manager account, it first normal scenario. So this is the navigate. We need to request for the user is logged into the system and user has the account. Then in test data have a new email, new password, and current password. So in this step, so in a for test the management account, first is the navigator to manage account information you display and select the edit button and can edit table and profile display and enter the new email. Then input for the valid email. So click the submit then data change. So next is select the change password button and enter and edit table password display and select the change password button next and enter the current password. Input is valid and new password is valid, so password changer. So in the 3, next is the exception scenario management account. Same have the test data and the pre requested. So but it's different is the new password and the email is not Gmail and the current password is send the new password. So in this test, so one by one to send the navigator to manage account, the information display and select the edit button profile display that is enter the new email. So this is wrong value, so please submit the error message and the select the change password button also edit table password display, but this current password is send the new password. So for this data, current password is valid, but the new password is invalid. So error message display.
So next will be the test case, which is TC00104, which is the scenario for the login attempt. So in this test case, we have 2 scenarios, which is normal scenario and also the exception scenario. So let's go for the normal scenario first. So in this scenario, so when the user has entered their own email and the password, so when they are successfully click the login and then the system will enter the user ID and also the current timestamp to the security logs. So when the system administrator can navigate to the security logs, so they can see that which user has been successfully logged in that time. And that is another exception scenario. So in this scenario, we can see that if there's a user that it is failed to log in more or equal to 5 times. So it will alert to the system administrator to see that which user is currently for to log in at 5 times. So the system administrator can be noticed with that. So this is the test case for the login attempts.
So I will be continuing for explaining about the test case for audit management subsystem. So in this test case for audit management subsystem, we have 4 test cases, which is for first one schedule audit, second one create audit checklist, and then logging audit findings, and also the assign audit findings. So for the schedule audit, we have 2 test cases. So one is for the normal scenario, and the second one is for exception scenario. So for normal scenario, basically the audit ID, audit description, and the audit date and the auditor that assigned to is all correct. So it will basically create an audit and schedule it and assign it to the respective auditor. But if for the exception scenario when the auditor is not available, so basically the quality assurance manager have to choose another auditor for it to continue. And then for a create audit checklist, there's also 2 scenarios. One is normal and another one is alternate scenario. So for normal scenario, you will basically choose the audit ID that they want to choose. They want to do or create the audit checklist for, and then enter the description, and then click on basically choose the what item list they want to add. Yeah, and then for the alternate scenario is the system will actually automatically create a list of it. But if they want to add or delete the item checklist, they can choose to add or delete it in the alternate scenario. And then next is the logging audit findings. So we also have 2 scenarios here: the normal scenario and alternate scenario. So for logging audit findings, the user will be logging through the template of the audit checklist. So for normal scenario, is already halfly, maybe before this they have entered some of the audit, so they will just continue using that record to log for the audit findings and submit it for the final audits, the final audit findings basically. But for alternate scenario is that if they want a new template for the audit checklist, they can ask for it and then they can basically fill in again and then submit when they want to submit it. And then lastly is for assigned audit findings. We only have 1 normal scenario. So after the audit findings is being checked and filled out by basically finalized, and then the quality assurance manager will be responsible to assign the audit findings to the respective department head. So yeah, that's all for the assigned audit findings.
Now I will be talking about TC003 for the package for management review, and in this we will have the following test cases, which is TC003, 01 schedule meeting, 02 manage and assign agendas, and 03 record meeting minutes and assign action items. So if you look down, Okay, so for the schedule meetings, normal scenario, when you enter all of the valid inputs, it will allow you to press confirm and schedule the meeting. And then for the exception flow for the TC003, 01, 02, it is the input validation testing, where if you enter null values or you enter invalid employee IDs, it will not allow you to press confirm to schedule the meeting. So on to the next one is manage and assign agendas. And this one is also the same. You can input all of the correct data, the test data, and then you press confirm and you'll be able to assign the agenda to the following employee based on the employee ID. And for this one, there's also an exception flow, which has for input validation as well. It will test if the input fields are correctly inputted, and if it's not for the second exception flow, it will check if it's inputted incorrectly to show that the input validation is working, so that the confirm button will be grayed out and it won't allow you to assign any agendas. And then finally, for the last one, record meeting minutes and assign action items. It's also the same. You will record the meetings. You start the meeting and record the meeting minutes, and then you assign the action items based on the test data. And if everything is inputted correctly, you can everything goes well. You can press confirm and then assign the action items. But for the second one, the exception scenario, if you we're doing the input validation for recording meeting minutes, if you enter null or if you don't enter anything into the meeting minutes details, then it will not allow you to press confirm and you will not be able to record the meeting minutes.
So we'll look about the test case about the change control module. So in this change control module, we have some subsystem which is we will test about the manage document repository use case, and test about the control document version use case, test about the review and approve document use case, and also test about the log user action use case. So let's look for the first one for the test case, which is the manage document repository. So in this test case, we only have one scenario, which is the normal scenario. So in this scenario, when employee build the document repository, so they can choose to upload their haven't upload the document yet. So they click the upload the document and then enter the test data, which has the document name, document ID, category, the initial version, and also their name. And then after they finish to enter this test data, they can just simply upload the document. So the document will be accessed in the repository. So next will be the control document version test case. So in this test case, also only have the normal scenario. So in this test case, it's used to test about the update the version from the existing document. So the employee can choose the document and then choose to update the new version, and then they can upload the new file or update the file that they want to edit, and then click the set change. So the new document will assist with the new version in the document repository. So that will be the review and the approve document test case. So in this test case, we will have the two scenarios, which is the normal scenario and also the exception scenario. So let's look about the normal scenario first. So in the normal scenario, when the QA manager they navigate to the review or the approval task tab, so they can also see the document in the list, and then they can view the document and then to see that if they want to approve or not. So if they click the approve button, so the document will be approved, and then the document for the action will be navigated to the audit log. So for the exception scenario, it will be tested about when the QA manager want to reject the document. So they can just click the rejection button, and then with the rejection comments to tell the document initiator what's wrong with the document. So the test case will be done. And then last but not least is about the log user action test case. Can you scroll a little bit? Yeah, thank you. Okay, so last but not least is about the test case log user action. So this test case is already have the normal scenario. So in this test case, we can see that user can navigate the repository archive tab. So they can view list of the action from the document which is got the approve, reject, or the download. So this archive tab can help him to see that what's history action that the user have been taken. So this is a test case about the change control module.
It's the test complaint subsystem that has a log customer complaint and the indication and assign the complaint and the link complaint to corrective action kappa. So this is a three scenario. So this is a test one TC005 for 01. So this is have a normal scenario as the alternative scenario for log customer complaint. So this is log customer complaint is different the alternative because it have not invalid for database because the customer name and complaint register and product and that is the invalid data. So this is different in testing. For click the submit button is error message will be displayed and complaint not saved. And then it's next T00502 in the investigation aside the complaint. This has a normal scenario in this complaint. So first is the navigation to the complaint modules and click the complaint list button for window open and select the existing complaint and select the employee only. So this is click the confirm button and assignment will be recorded. So this is not alternative. So next is the test of complaint for link complaint to corrective action SD 18. So this is see the normal scenario for the kappa, how to link the kappa navigator complaint to modulus and link corrective action. So the update the data for the complaint tester to the kappa. So this is complaint system self-check and the self-successfully for this normal scenario.
This kappa subsystem, there is four test cases. For this one is the initial kappa, the second one is the record analysis, the third one is the record form, and the last one is verify kappa. So for the first one, initial kappa, there's one normal scenario. For the second one, there is record analysis, which is there's one normal scenario. And next one is the custom form. There's one normal scenario for this test, and the last one is the verify kappa. And there's two scenario for the first one normal scenario. It's test for the set if the kappa is effective, then the status will be updated to false, and the next one alternate scenario is test for the kappa which is ineffective, so the status will be updated to investigation.
Okay, so the traceability matrix is produced to establish a physical link between basically all the package, the use case, and also the sequence diagram and also the test case. So through the traceability matrix, stakeholder is able to track basically the progress of the requirement from beginning to the end until also the testing phase. So for this traceability matrix, we will cross-reference between basically the package, the use case, and sequence diagram and the test case. So in our traceability matrix, we have the packages which are account management review, change control, complaint, and kappa. So in account management, we have 4 use cases, which is create new account, logging into account, manage account, logging attempt with their respective sequence diagram, and also their respective test case. And then audit management also have 4 use cases, which is schedule audit, create audit checklist, logging audit findings, and assign audit findings. And also they have their respective schedule sequence diagram, and also their respective test case. And then followed by that is the management review, which have 3 use cases, which is schedule meetings, manage and assign agendas, and record meeting minutes and assign action items, which also have their respective sequence diagram, which is the same name, and also the test case for it, the test case ID for it. And next is for change control package, we have also 3 use cases, which is manage document repository, control document version, review, and approve document. So these 3 use cases have their respective sequence diagram and also their respective test case. Oh, sorry. For change control, there's actually 4. For the last use case is the log user action. So the log user action also have their own sequence diagram and their test case. And next package is the complaint package, which contains 3 use cases and their respective sequence diagram. So the use cases are log customer complaint, investigation, and assign complaint, and also link complaint to corrective action. So they have their sequence diagram and their test case as shown just now. And then lastly, we have kappa, which have 4 use cases and 4 sequence diagram related to the use case. So which are initiate kappa, conduct RCA, create custom form, and verify kappa. So they have their respective test case. And that's all for our presentation for STD. So in STD, basically we cover the test cases and also the traceability metrics. So that's all, and thank you.